Hello and welcome to the CosmoParenting Podcast, brought to you by the CMM Institute for Personal and Social Evolution. In this space, we invite you to see yourself as someone who is curious about and actively participating in creating your own meaning around parenting. Today, we are beginning a new month and a new theme, so this is our Appreciate episode, where we introduce the theme and offer questions to reflect on that help us appreciate where we are and where we've been. Let's begin. This month is about order and chaos. These are original to the universal themes that Stephanie uses in her classroom, and we thought it would be really interesting to explore them for CosmoParenting. The two generalizations we have come up with for order and chaos are order and chaos are reciprocals, and order and chaos can be natural or constructed. We will encounter periods of both order and chaos in our lives, inevitably. So I think it feels helpful to consider the relationship between the two. Order can feel really good, but too much order might feel restrictive. And in a similar way, chaos can feel overwhelming. But a little bit of chaos in your day might make it exciting and interesting if you can lean into it. As a parent, I imagine you already feel intimately familiar with the struggle between order and chaos that probably happens in your life every single day. So the question you might ask yourself is about the amount of order and chaos you experience and how you can strive to find balance. In some ways, I am thinking about this as an extension to both the power and structures themes that we have already done. Like how we talked about having structures in place being helpful for your children to navigate new situations. Having some order in your home and in your lives can be beneficial for everyone. I'm also thinking about order and chaos in our world and in our societies, so beyond just our families and our homes. And this is how it ties back to power for me. There are a lot of ways that the society we have built for ourselves lets us down. And there is need for change and action and involvement so that we can build the kind of social worlds we want for ourselves and our children. And sometimes that rebuilding can look and feel very chaotic. But it's important that we do things like question authority and reflect on and unpack the systems we exist in. Again, I hope to emphasize your personal power in relationship to order and chaos still. Even though we said order and chaos are reciprocals, and in definition, they're true opposites, that doesn't mean they can't coexist or even work together meaningfully. Another way to talk about order is to talk about how we create order or how we put something in order. In other words, this is about sense making. How do we make sense of the world around us? And how do we make order from chaos? There is so much more to say about order and chaos, and I'm tempted to get ahead of myself, but I'm going to move on to our reflection questions now because we've got 3 more great episodes this month to really continue unpacking this. So for now, I'll just prompt you with these reflection questions. Like always, I'm going to read them here, but you can also read them in the show notes of this episode or on the Substack if you're wanting to return to them later this week. Just 2 questions for today. First, where is there order in your family right now? And where is there chaos? And second, where can you embrace order in your life? And where can you embrace chaos? Okay, those are the questions I'm leaving you with today. I invite you to spend some time in reflection after this episode ends and throughout your week thinking about these questions. I'll also point you toward the additional resources we have available for free at www.cosmoactivities.com. Those are our social emotional resources for children of all ages. So it is a great addition to CosmoParenting as you invite your children to be learning alongside you. I also encourage you to do at least some of your reflecting on these questions in the CosmoParenting Substack. You can comment right on this episode so that you can be in dialogue with our community. Sharing stories is such a powerful thing. And so I invite you to participate in our community, share your own stories, and hear from the stories of others, and let that teach you as well. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the CosmoParenting Podcast. We're so grateful to be on this journey with you, and we will see you next week to hear a parenting story.